So today topic is regarding type conversion and type casting. Okay, so I'll make one folder on desktop first of all. Python 4. Right click, open with code. Okay. Type conversion casting .py. Okay. So once just basics once again there. Suppose if I have print type of, okay, if I have written here suppose 6 and here 8.9 and here suppose hello. Yeah. So what will be the answers of these three? Can you reply fast in the chat box? What is the answer of line number 1, 2, and 3? Yeah, everyone try to respond. Okay. Yeah, fine, correct. So the answer of first one is what? Int. Second one, float. Third one, string. Okay, run once. So you're getting the three answers here. Okay. Now, can you please once tell me the shortcut also for keeping the single line comment? What is the shortcut for keeping the single line comment? Control button, then forward or backward? Shortcut key I'm asking. Okay, hash is a symbol for representing the single line comment. What is a shortcut? Control plus forward slash or backward slash? Okay, yeah, control plus forward slash. Okay, so I'll be keeping the comment for line number 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so now think that we are doing the variable. Okay, imagine just a is equal to 1 is the variable. A is the variable where 1 is the value stored in this variable A. Okay, now I am printing A. Observe carefully. Okay, now stop just writing, just see the screen there. So print A. Okay, so what will be the answer of this one now if I print A? What is the value of A now? If I run the code, yes, 1 came. Okay, now print, if I do float of A, what is the answer of line number 7? Yes, so now A is equal to 1. First of all, it was what type? Integer type. Now I'm converting that integer number to what? Float. How did I convert? By writing the float, passing the variable name. So the answer will be what now? 1.0. Okay, fine. Print str of 1. Yeah. So what is the answer of this one when I convert to string? Pawan, why single quotes? See, a is equal to 1 is by default what type? Integer type. When I converted to float, what I got the answer 1.0. When I convert to string, the answer will be same, 1 only. Okay, 1 only. Yesterday I have shown the concept of string concatenation. We are converting the number to string. Remember yesterday's class? Okay, fine. So integer number was there. We have converted into what? Float and string. That was possible. Okay. Fine. Now b is equal to 2. Print not 2. Just suppose you'll imagine as 2.4. Print int of b. What is the answer of this one? When I convert to int, see b is equal to 2.4 is what type? Float type. I am converting into what type now? integer. Okay, observe carefully. I am converting to what type? Integer. Will integer have the decimal points values of first of all? No, no. So the answer is going to be what? Just a 2. So run the code. So integer will never contain decimal points. Will only contain a number, a whole number, but no decimal points. So b is equal to 2.4. When I converted it into integer type, the answer came as what? 2. Not only 2.4, even if I write 2.9 also, it is going to be the answer as what? 2 only, because it is going to ignore the decimal points. Whatever comes after the point, it is going to be ignored there. Okay. Okay, can we convert into string? Print str of what? B. So what is the answer of this one? I am converting the float value into string. Will the value be same or changed? Same. Okay. But it will be helpful when we are combining a string with another string. Okay. Normally, if I do, suppose print, first of all, let me show this answer once. So run the code, the answer is what? 2.9. Okay. But suppose if I want to do print b plus, okay, b plus hey, is the line number 13 possible? Line number 13 possible? Dheeraj, check once. See, I kept my total screen as black. Okay, why? Because black will be easily seen. Yeah. Okay. So B is what type? Float type. A is what type? String type. What will be the answer now? Okay. First of all, is there anyone here who is just learning the course? First of all, let me know once. Only learning the course, not applying for job or not for placement. Yeah. So you got my sense of humor, what I want actually. Okay. Yes. So Supriya, Chandra, Shekhar, right. So the answer is going to be what? Type error. Okay. So whenever I expect the answer, I need the proper answer. Don't just say error. Error, there are many things are there. Okay. We're going to see the upcoming days, Monday or Tuesday, those topics. Name error, type error, value error, syntax error, attribute error. Okay. There are multiple errors, which is also a part of what your exam only. Okay. So here high is haze string type, B is float type. So the answer is going to be what? Different types. That is why we are going to get the output as type error. Okay. Because in the future you may going to see even the value error there. Now if suppose if I type error, okay, tomorrow if I show value error, then how? So you should know why it is printing the type error over here. So what is the reason of printing the type error here? B is of float type, A is of string type. They both are of different data types. That is why it is printing as type error. Okay. So that is why what we do, we convert this string. Okay. We convert that float value to what type? String type. Okay. Is it possible now? Okay. What would be the answer now? Yes, correct answer. Huh? Mehmood, why 2.6? Be careful, okay, because mostly your exams are going to be online only, na? So going to write the answer in the chat box only, okay, when you're having the exams in the company or something. So 2.9, hey, would be the answer. Okay. So I think till here everyone is clear. Okay. It means what? We can convert integer to float and string. then we can convert the float to int and string also. Okay, now coming to the main point. Okay, understand very carefully. I'm coming to the main point now. Okay, so C is equal to hello, first of all. Okay, listen very carefully, please. If you're in anything there, please stop it at just see the screen. Okay, listen to me very carefully. So C is equal to what now? Hello. Okay, so hello is a string. Yes, hello is a string. Can I convert it into int or float? Okay, just type S or N. Don't need to type YES. Okay, just type S symbol. If your answer is suppose correct, just type the S symbol. If it is no, type N. Okay. So C is equal to hello. Can we convert into int or float? Yeah, we cannot convert, right? So print, okay, observe now, print int of C. Okay, observe the output also once. Here, what is coming there now? Value error, invalid literal for int with base 10. Now in this, you just focus on the value error there. Why value error now? Why value error? Okay, so let us see. So hello is the value, C is the variable. I am converting hello into what type? Integer type. So hello is the value. So value I am converting into what type? Int type, which is not possible. That is why I'm getting the answer as what their value error. Okay, fine. Can we convert into float again there? Yes, we cannot even convert into what? Float. Again, I'm converting the value. I'm converting the value into what type? Float. So again, I'll be getting the answer as what? Value error, could not convert string to float. Okay. So what is the point over here? When a string is having some text or words, we cannot convert it into int or float. Okay, please make a point everyone there in the notes. If you are ready, just let me know once, and then I'll start speaking. Okay, then you can make a note. Type R if you are ready. Okay, so that I can dictate. Okay, so all are ready. Okay, fine. Make a note. When a string contains, when a string contains when a string contains some text or words, when a string contains some text or words, when a string contains some text or words, then we cannot convert, then we cannot convert, then we cannot convert it into, then we cannot convert it into, it into int, then we cannot convert it into int, neither float, neither float. Okay, so let us understand the meaning once again, what you wrote there in the notes. So when a string is having some text, okay, this hello is some text or words or characters, then we cannot convert into what? Integer or float. Okay, fine. So the next thing, when can we convert? Okay, now observe the screen, then you can make a note. So suppose I take d is equal to what now? 7. So once tell me d is what type, anyone? What is the type of D? Yes, D is of type what? String. Okay. Now observe the screen there. Okay, observe the screen. When the string is having a number, when a string is having a number, the number is here 7. Okay, the number here is what? Is 7. 7 is what? Integer. Okay, when a string is having a number as integer, then we can convert it into int and float. So now suppose when I convert to int, what would be the answer? Try to guess what would be the answer if I convert into integer. Yes, the answer should be what? 7. Run once. Getting 7. Okay. When I convert it into float, what would be the answer? Yes, exactly correct. So when a string is here, 1 minute. So D is equal to 7. Okay, it's a string type, but inside the string I have a value which is 7 of type integer. So when a string is containing an integer, we can convert into integer as well as what? Float. So when I convert into integer, the answer is what? 7. And when I convert into float, the answer is 7.0. Clear till there, everyone? Pakka? Let me know once, are you clear or not clear? Till here, till line number 22, are you clear? Or any doubt is there? Okay, now. So E is equal to, now in the string, I kept the value as suppose 4.8. So can you tell me what is the type of E? Dheeraj, don't be in hurry, okay? Take time, tell the correct answer. Take time, okay? Don't be in hurry. See, you don't try to impress me, anyone, okay? I'll be getting impressed only when you're getting a job, okay? Until then, you tell the correct answer, wrong answer, I won't be happy or I won't be impressed. Okay. So take the correct time, tell the correct answer. Okay, fine. So E is equal to 4.8 is what type I kept in the single quotes, or I can keep in double quotes, is what type is string type, right? So when a string is containing a float value, when a string is containing a float value, we cannot directly convert into integer. Okay, so when a string is containing a float value, directly converting to int is not possible. Okay, so now run the code. See the value error, invalid literal for int with base 10. Okay, so when a string is containing a float value, directly converting to int is not possible. But I have to convert. Then how? See, we can convert to float. We can convert to what? Float. So once run the float. If I convert into float, what would be the answer? Why 2.8? Yeah, 4.8. Okay. So when I convert into float, the answer will be what? 4.8. Okay. Now tell me one thing clearly. Suppose this line number 26, if I remove, will the value of the float be saved anywhere or it will go off? If I delete the line number 26, okay, suppose I kept the comment for line number 26. Is the value of float being stored anywhere or it's not there? But string, okay, 4.8 is stored in E, is string there, it's not float, right? So first what I'll do, I'll convert into float. So what I'll do, I'll take one more extra variable. Suppose the variable name is what? F, okay? Or you can take any variable, suppose N also. So N is equal to float of E. So what will happen? The value of 4.8, which is string, will be converted to what? Float, and will be stored in the variable called as N. because if first print was there, the code was running there, but now I have to store in some variable there. So I'm storing in the variable called as n. So n will be holding what value now? 4.8. So now I can convert into what type? Integer. So print int of n. So when I convert into integer, the answer will be what? 4. Run the code. Did you get it? Did you understand or not? Let me know once. Okay, because this is going to be a next topic, variables. Why variables are needed? Without variables, can we do programming, or is it compulsory we have to learn the variables? Okay, fine. So once make a note here now. So just now you made a note what there. So when a string is containing some text or characters, we cannot convert to int, neither float. Okay, now next one. So when a string is, make a note there, when a string is containing, when a string contains a number, when a string contains a number, when a string contains a number and the number is of the type int, when a string contains a number and the number is of type int, okay, when a string contains a number and the number is of the type int, then we can convert it into integer and float. Okay, then we can convert it into integer and float. Okay, so make some gap there now. Next line. In the next line, okay, next line. When a string contains a number, when a string contains a number, okay, when a string contains a number and the number is of the type float, and the number is of the type float, when a string contains a number and the number is of the type float, then converting it directly to int, then converting it directly to int is not possible. Then directly converting it into int is not possible. Then directly converting it into int is not possible. But we can directly convert to float. But we can directly convert it into float. Okay, but we can directly convert it into float. Okay, next line, last line. So when a string is having a float value, so when a string is having a float value, okay, so when a string is having a float value, we first convert into float. We first convert it into float. We first convert it into float and then store it into a variable, and then store it into a variable, and then store it into a variable. Then it's possible to convert. Then it's possible to convert. Then it is possible to convert the variable into the type integer. then it is possible to convert the variable into the type integer. Then it is possible to convert the number into, then it is possible to convert the variable into the type integer. Okay, so this is the main basic thing of what type conversion and type casting. Now a little bit, suppose you are having, okay, what is casting, conversion? Okay, so let me just take few minutes. Suppose this I just already explained to you. Suppose a is equal to 5, okay, then b is equal to 6.8, c is equal to hello. So if I want to do 5 plus hi, 5 plus hello, so what I am doing there, converting that a into what type? String. So string a plus c. So this is what a type conversion. Okay, but don't go into the type conversion, the casting, what it is, all these things not needed. Okay, but just remember, if you want to concatenate a string with what integer or float, you have to convert. Okay, yeah. So are you clear with today's topic, type conversion and type casting, which is nothing but we can convert. Okay, once again, just these are different types: int, float, and string. When a variable was having a number as type integer, we have been converted into what? Float and string. When we convert into float, the answer was 1.0, and when we convert to string, the value will be same only. Okay, it won't change. Then when this variable b was having a float value and we have converted into type integer, the value into integer became was 2. But when we convert to string, the value remains same, 2.9. Then we try to concatenate a string with what? One more string by using a type conversion there. Then when a string was having some text or word, directly converting to int or float is not possible. Okay, then when a string is having a number and the number is of type integer, then we can convert into both the types, int as well as float. So when you convert the int there, we get the answer as 7. When you convert the float, the answer is 7.0. Next, last one. So when a string is having a float value, directly converting to int is not possible, but directly converting to float is what? Possible. So what we do first there, we convert into float and then store in a variable. Then the variable can be converted into the type integer. Okay. So with this, I'll stop here today. Okay. Any doubts you are having till now in this one? And suppose if you're having the update in the VS Codes, please update here. I'm having update. So this says restart to update. Yeah.